Oh, it is so nice out here. I would say it's okay. It feel like it's a spider web right there, and it probably is. I would say, what is that? What is that? Um, oh, I think that candle um melted a little bit. Did it? Yepers. It was 97 degrees yesterday, and we have a citronella candle out on this table, and it melted. It got too hot yesterday. So, child, y'all need to come on in here because John Amos' family, well, his daughter, and somebody else. It is so many spider webs out here, just going from chair to chair, but you can't see them unless the sun hits them a certain way. Like, I need to just come out here with the broom and just get all these spider webs. Um, so John Amos' daughter released a statement, she said, which was the official statement for her part of the family, saying that she just found out with the rest of us that he had passed. The brother didn't even call her to let her know that he had passed away. And get out of there. And she is assuming that the dad has been cremated so that, you know, no autopsy or anything can be performed. This is crazy. Hey, Melissa, I didn't bring my glasses out here. I might have to go get them because I didn't know if y'all was going to show up or not. But I'm talking about the John Amos situation. I think I posted it on my Facebook, and I don't have my phone, so I can't read the whole statement. But basically, John Amos has been deceased since August. I think August the 21st he passed. And they just released it to the world that he had passed. And so the daughter released a statement and said she found out when the rest of us found out. And that she is assuming that he was cremated so that, they can't look at the body or anything. Yes, girl's crazy. Because, see, the son is battling an addiction. I don't know what drug he's addicted to, but he's been battling an addiction for a long time. And they said he did the same exact thing to their mother. The mother got sick, he isolated her, he wouldn't let her talk to nobody else in the family. She passed away. I guess he got the life insurance and, went on a drug binge. So he has turned around and did the same thing with his father. And he was like taking his dad out the country, taking him to like Jamaica and, all of these different places and stuff, I think just to get him away from the sister. Because if I'm not mistaken, John Amos only had two children by his wife that passed away. I didn't know, I suspected that he had dementia because every now and then I would see him on his son's TikTok page, and he just wasn't talking the way that a mentally healthy person speaks. So I thought it was something going on. So now the son, the son probably had then already got all the money. He had probably took over John Amos' bank accounts and stuff, and was probably just waiting for him to pass away so he could get that life insurance. And he didn't got that money, and so now he probably on some island living his best life. And then today, I saw a woman post a picture of herself in a bikini. And out of respect for John Amos, because he is deceased, I will not share that photo. But the caption was, I put this cat on him so bad he couldn't even move. And it was like a young woman. And, in the photo, John Amos is just sitting there. I'm like, this boy has exploited his father before he, passed away. Just, making TikTok videos and stuff with his dad in the videos, just like doing the most. This one video where I guess he's trying to sign him out of the hospital, and the nurses are saying, no, you need to be in here, because I guess he had congestive heart failure. And he was in the hospital, and his son was telling him he didn't have to be in there, and the nurse was saying no, he should be in here for like 3 more days or something. And he like signed his dad out of the hospital. It's crazy. It looks like the son, on top of having some issues with addiction, he may have had some mental health struggles also. But, it's bad that, like, the daughter, I don't really know what was going on with her, but I know, if I'm not mistaken, she lived out of the country. She had, after this situation with the mama, she got the hell out of Dodge. Why didn't the family step in? Did he have a will? I don't know. Yeah, that thing with the girl on the swimsuit. Let me go get my glasses. Hold on, y'all. Come on, you want to go in the house? I don't feel like trying to keep up with you. Go in the room. I know y'all hating on me because I got a Stanley. Don't be a hater though. You'll get one day. Wasn't that his new wife? His wife died. The mother of his children, she passed away. I don't think he was married again. Yeah, I don't understand that. They know he did the same exact thing that he did to his father, he did to the mother. Because the daughter did an interview with somebody. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the interview is on TikTok or YouTube or something, but I'm pretty sure if you do a Google search, you should be able to find it. The daughter did an interview with somebody, and she was talking about all of the stuff that the son had did to the mama, how he treated the mama. And I don't know if he's aggressive and the sister just don't want to deal with him like that. I don't know. But they should have had something in place so that he couldn't do the same thing to John. I don't understand how he was able to turn around and do the same exact thing. But that's part of it, is because the daughter is out of the country. Like, if you're not here, and you're not at least trying to fight and take care of your dad, then you ain't tripping. You're not. If the situation wasn't worth fighting for, then after he passed away, then it's nothing for you to say. What do you say? You're not even in I don't even think she is even in this country. I think after the mom passed away, she moved out of the country. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was his power of attorney, because he was the one that went to the hospital, got him out the hospital, was traveling with him. He had access to his money. The sister said she's pretty sure he has access to his life insurance and everything. So that's that. And it looks like the son was aggressive, you know? So that the John Amos should have had, like, don't they have an executor or somebody that can step in and be power of attorney when you know that your kids ain't gonna do right? They can have somebody, a court appointed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how after he did his mama like that, and everybody in the family know that he did his mama dirty. I don't know how he was able to turn around and do the same thing to his daddy. Now, the daddy is deceased, and the family don't even know where he is. They don't know if she's assuming that he was cremated. Assuming. I think it's a guardian if someone is incapacitated. Hey, Tasha. Hey, everybody that I didn't speak to. Y'all know we just be on here talking. I don't be into that formal. Yeah, it's something weird going on with that whole situation, because the family knew who the son was. They knew that boy is suffering from addiction, and they said when the mama died, he went ham. When the mama died and he got her money, it was so bad that they had to put him in rehab. He went he went ham off the money, the mama's life insurance. because I think he got her life insurance and her house. I think John Amos, when they got divorced, she got the house. So he went ham off that money. He spent all that money on that money went to drugs and I think to women of the night. But it looks like he loves to travel. It looks like he likes to go to Jamaica because it was some video of him recently, not too long ago, of him in Jamaica. So he likes to travel. The son, ever since I saw him, I was like, oh, okay, he a weirdo. I just, he gave me the ick. The son did from day one. Then when I heard the story about what he did to their mother while she was sick, I think she had cancer. That just was like, now they trusting you with the dad? But it kind of seems like, I don't know, it's like they said he likes to isolate people. Now that's a true narcissist. Like he isolates his parents when they're sick, isolates them from other family members, and then, basically takes advantage of them. Because John Amos was sick. He had congestive heart failure and dementia. Congestive heart failure comes with a lot of challenges. Like, the body will retain fluid and swell up and stuff. And then, people have a hard time walking and everything. And if you're not taking care of the person, like you're not getting them the help and the assistance that they need, the person can suffer. Like, I'm really hoping that, in his last days, he wasn't suffering. Because, I don't know. Yeah, him and the sister don't talk. That's why when John Amos passed, he didn't even call the sister or text her or nothing and tell her that, hey, I just want to let you know that Pop passed or whatever. He didn't say anything to the sister. The sister found out when we found out on social media. She just found out when we found out. And she found out scrolling social media. The sister is like, I think she does like yoga, and she's a wellness, she does like wellness retreats in somewhere, I want to say Bali or Indonesia or somewhere like that. She hosts wellness retreats. She's into wellness and all that kind of, like yoga and meditation and all that kind of stuff. So she does like those type of retreats overseas somewhere. And so, yeah, her and her brother, they fell out years ago. I don't think they've had a relationship in a long time. But to not even know where your dad is buried or anything. But she probably has already made peace with that situation because she know how crazy her brother is. So she probably already knew that this was going to happen. You know what I mean? So she had probably just already made peace with, hopefully, she made peace with the situation. He wouldn't let her talk to the dad. He, I guess, had like changed his phone number or whatever, but he wouldn't let the dad He wouldn't let them talk. I think she would try to check on him, but Casey wouldn't let the father talk. I don't think he would let him talk to anybody that he knew could help him. They said he wouldn't let him talk to his business partner, his niece, no, nobody in the family. He isolated him from the family and his business partners and everybody. Which somebody should have stepped in. Well, they said they tried to file a claim against the son for elder abuse, but I guess when the police went to the house, John Amos was saying that he was fine and, there's no problem here. I'm here on my own free will. I want to be here. This is my son, blah, blah, blah. And the charges were dropped. So I guess after that, because I think the daughter was trying to say then that he was holding their dad against his will. And when the police got there, John Amos was saying that he was fine. And I guess he looked okay. So the police left, which is sad. But the police, it's only so much they can do when, they do a wellness check or whatever. If they go in and see that the person, looks decent in the house or the residence or whatever, wherever they're staying. Gosh, is his phone heating up? Yeah. We may have to go in the house, y'all, because it looks like the phone is heating up. The person looks decent. It ain't too much they can do. They can't do too much. Because that's all they come to the house to make sure that the person is still. Y'all, look at that. I'm cleaning out my dresser yesterday because I had got one of those new 4-drawer dresser things. So I was getting rid of my old one because it was like kind of cracked on the side. And I went to move that thing and it like pinched my finger. And when it happened, I was like, oh, that hurt, And I looked at it and I didn't see any blood or anything. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess it just pinched me. And later on in the day, my pinky rubbed up against it. And I was like, what is that? And I looked down and it's got a whole blister right there. And it looks like it has like doubled in size since yesterday. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Because yesterday it was only one little dark part. But when I got up this morning, it was two. It was like one next to it. When you get old, shit just starts. Speaking of getting old, did y'all see Jimmy Carter? I guess yesterday Jimmy Carter turned 100, and praise God, to live to get to 100 is a feat. We gonna go in the house because it look like this phone is getting darker, and I don't want it to. I don't want to. I don't want it to over. I wish I could sit on this side, but if I sit over here, I gotta hold the phone, and I I ain't doing all that. That's so loud. They loud as hell.
I will clean that rack out. You know, five of them up there. They put so much emphasis
Okay.
up on this pedestal of like, well, she does this, she does that.
Now I
She
gotta
treats
turn
you
this
right.
TV down.
She's a whole lot easier to deal with. Because you put a whole lot more time in.
Turn
If
it
you
on.
treated your wife the way you treat her, maybe your wife she ain't got to put up with all
If
the
you saw
bullshit
my
your wife
bed,
puts up
nope,
with.
I didn't make it up. Mind your business. I ain't made up nobody's bed today. Okay, we're in the house now. Um, so Jimmy Carter turned 100 yesterday, and his family wanted some kind of airplane to do a flyover for him.
Oh, come on, get your toy. I didn't know you were.
We need to go to the store, or you want me to just order the stuff?
Whatever you want to do. Oh, we can probably go tomorrow, but we got to get the money
Today?
too. Or tomorrow, it don't matter.
No, are they tripping?
No,
Oh,
today's the second or the third.
no, today got to be the second, ain't it? I can't
Yeah,
see on
yeah,
my
it
phone.
is. It is.
Well, we can wait
Okay,
till tomorrow.
okay.
What it? Is that shirt dirty or you sweating?
I worked out earlier.
Okay, well take that off. It look nasty.
Ooh,
Um. Okay, so his family, I guess they wanted to do a flyover. I don't know if it was a military plane or some kind of jet plane or anyway. They wanted it to do a flyover, so they brought him out on the lawn in a wheelchair so he could see the flyover. But they invited, I guess, like Channel 7 News or somebody to film this. And I know it's because he is, one of the, well, he is the oldest um ex-president that's still alive. So, they wanted to film it. But honey, I'm about to leave some very strict rules about me getting older or old. Don't put me on social media when I'm on death doorstep. If I'm in hospice, because he's in hospice right now, if I'm in hospice, there are to be no pictures of me posted on social media. When I go, use one of my cute pictures to say, hey, my mom has transitioned or whatever. I do not want no pictures of me circulating in a hospice state like this. Don't do that. Because I'm sorry, it didn't even look like Jimmy Carter even could understand what was going on. Because to me, he don't look conscious. His grandson said that he is conscious sometimes. He has some days are better than others. Like some days he can talk to the family or whatever, and then some days he's just mostly sleep. Don't drag my hospice last days ass in front of no camera to no backyard to no park. Leave me in the bed and let me die in peace. Oh, I'm gonna leave a whole bunch of that's pink lemonade. I'm gonna leave a whole bunch of instructions. Don't put my dying face, because when you dying, when you start to age, you lose all of the fat. Like I still have a lot of, I still got my elasticity and my fat in my cheeks and stuff. When you're sick and you're dying, you lose all of this and you get that sunken in, you know, skull like appearance. Don't put me on social media looking like that. Don't post me nowhere looking like that. Girl, I am definitely going to leave every hell no. And don't take no pictures of me in the casket and post them on social media. You can take pictures of me in the casket, but don't post them to social media. Keep them for your own, you know, for your own viewing if you want to remember me or whatever, but don't post that shit on social media. Now you can post the casket and the flowers, but don't post me. I'm gonna leave out, and at least one of my friends is still gonna be alive. And I got them kind of friends that will stop the funeral and be like, now your mama said she didn't want this. So uh follow my directives. Or else. Now, I was on that hoodoo. I will be out here. I'm gonna be watching. I got 9 days to watch you. And I want to be in the ground within them 9 days so that I can see everything that's going on. Don't wait. Don't wait. Put me in the ground in them 9 days so I can still be here and see what's going on. Cause if it don't work out the way I said I wanted to work out, somebody gonna suffer. I'm gonna be at the foot of your bed every night, snatching covers and throwing pillows and rattling chains and clicking on lights and shit. You think I won't? I will stay here and make your life miserable. I will be turning on ceiling fans and clicking lights on and off. They're gonna be like, that ain't nobody but mama. That ain't nobody but her crazy ass. Opening and closing the refrigerator door. Oh, I will be up in here acting a fool. So you best to do what I told you to do. Don't have me out here looking crazy. I don't like that. I don't like to see people in a vulnerable state and you're posting them all over social media. Just looking bad. Because if that person was alive, well, they do still, some of them do still be alive, but if they still had all of their faculties, they would not want to be seen like that. So Don't do me like that in my death. We took pictures of my mother in her casket, but there is no way I was going to post those pictures to my social media. Those pictures are on a hard drive. None of those pictures were posted. My kids did not post those pictures. And of course, I would never. So, uh-uh. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because I don't, you don't know how, you don't know what your body is going to go through while you're transitioning. You may be sick. Now, you may be fortunate enough to just pass away from natural causes in your sleep. You still look good. Your funeral, you laying up in the casket looking like you sleep. I'm happy for you. But there are some people who pass away who, lose a whole lot of weight and they just don't look like themselves. I don't want nobody to see that. You can't be upset because, a person looks different in death, because the body does go through a lot of changes, especially if the person was sick. Like, I was really, really surprised at how good my mother looked, because I was really thinking, because she had lost so much weight, you know, she wasn't gonna really look like herself, but they did a good job. She looked so good. I was like, okay. Because I have seen some people who didn't look like themselves in death, like they just didn't look right. But my mom looked good. Even though she had been sick and she had cancer, they did a good job with her. Girl, now that's my list. I will come for you if you post me after I'm deceased. I will come looking for you. And I'm gonna get I only got 2 kids. I'm gonna get both of them, because I'm gonna be like, the oldest one should have got on the youngest one, or the youngest one should have got on. Somebody. It's two of y'all. Y'all check each other. So I'm gonna just get them both, cause that's what I used to do when they was little. When they used to do stuff, and I used to, like, if something came up broken, they wouldn't snitch on each other. So I would just whoop both of them. You not gonna tell? You gonna get it too. Until they finally got tired of that and was like, he did it. He did it. Oh, okay. Thank you. Because if y'all not gonna snitch on each other, both of y'all gotta take that whooping. You gotta both take that L. I had to do that until they got an understanding. You better snitch. Something come up broken and y'all not gonna tell? You gonna take the L for your brother? And my oldest son told me when he got a little bit older, I would take the L for him because he was my little brother and I didn't want to see him get a whooping. You crazy. You gonna let him tear up a whole bunch of stuff and then you take the whooping for it? That's crazy. You crazy. I'm not. And I don't care that that's my little brother. He should have had enough sense not to do stuff. Yeah, I took a lot of L's for him. You better than me. You are better. You are better than I am. So let's talk about. Okay, so we're gonna have to use code words, and let's make sure we use code words in the chat also. when we talk about this Diddy situation. Girl, I ain't taking L's for nobody. Nobody. If it came down to me getting a whooping or the other person getting a whooping, they was gonna get a whooping. I'm not getting a whooping. So, honey, the diddler, this, at first I was saying, okay, well, he has a chance to get out of this situation. Maybe when he's 80, you know, a good 70, 80 years old, that's 20 some odd years. The diddler will never see the light of day as a free man. This, the attorney yesterday also said that there are going to be some more high profile players in this. And honey, Beyonce is getting they didn't threw the queen in this mess because she is the new spokesperson for Levi's, and the little snippet commercial or whatever they be calling them, little small, I want to call it a trailer, but it's kind of a little snippet, was posted to TikTok, and the comments were not good. And that these brands, they looking on social media. That's why they drop these videos on TikTok and YouTube first, so they can test the water. The comments on TikTok were bad. People asking Levi's why they picked Beyonce, saying stuff like, y'all should have waited until all this stuff was over before y'all used Beyonce as a spokesperson. Like, the comments were not positive. I was really surprised. The comments were not positive. This Diddy situation is, I knew it was big, but it's bigger than I thought it was. Because they're saying that one of the victims was 9 years old at the time of the incident. And this was back in like the 90s, I guess. So all of this stuff has basically been going on since he started in the music industry, or probably before then. Like, it's probably been going on probably since he was a teenager. Not on the grand scale of how he is now, but he's probably always done crazy stuff. When I tell you that this trial is going to be, we thought the world stopped during the OJ trial. Because during the OJ trial, we would have it on in our office, and we legit stopped working to listen to the trial on the radio. This trial is about to break the internet. This is about to be crazy. It's sad she truly had nothing to do with anything and had absolutely no knowledge, though I doubt it, because it all boils down to the man she married, because I ain't hear this on her fam side. I'm doing good, Mickey. I think he was victimized or he was born a sociopath. His dad was a gangster and his mama was a pro. I think from what he said, he wanted to be more of a gangster than his dad. He wanted to be bigger than his father was. And I'm pretty sure if he saw his mother in that arena, he probably wanted to do some of those things too. Did you? This is so off topic, and we're gonna go back to the diddler. But did you hear about the 30-something-year-old man who was getting ready to get married, getting ready to walk down the aisle? His wife couldn't, his fiance couldn't find him. So she went looking for him and was like, oh, well, maybe he's in the hotel room. Get to the hotel room, and his mother is nursing him. He is on his mother's boob. This is George. He is on his mother's boob. And the mother says, don't make this awkward. He does this when he gets anxious and nervous. Say what? And of course, they did not get married because how often how often do you get anxious and nervous? And if he in his 30s, the mama got to be in her late 50s or somewhere in her 50s or older, because my oldest son will be 37 um Saturday. So she got to be somewhere around my age. She still producing milk or he just suckling? He just up there. Yeah, that it's some crazy people in this world. And you don't know how crazy a person is. Yeah, I guess not. I guess not. If she said he does it all the time when he gets anxious or stressed out, so he must have never stopped. He must have just, so what? He came home from school, he went to mama. Elementary school, high school, college. You never stopped. But see, this the kind of stuff Diddy probably just picked up a lot of bad habits from seeing his mom in certain situations, and he just added his own level of crazy to it. And now we in the situation that we in. He's in a situation now that has messed his life up forever. Forever. like his name will always be associated with scandal. I mean, this last lawsuit has 120 people, and it's men and women, all ages. He didn't discriminate. He did not discriminate. The only thing I think he discriminated with was weight. He don't look like he liked big girls. He didn't like them big. The big girls were safe. The plus size girls, we safe. But yeah, there was a 14-year old too. A 9-year old, a 14-year old. I think those were the two youngest. Yeah, they were safe. Because he didn't like them thick. But anything else, Asian, black, Hispanic, he didn't care. Tie dye, long as you were skinny. I need me a straw. Yeah, she had probably, she was never around that. She never saw that. If you never saw that side of him, and I mean, it does look like when, I've seen videos of him at home walking around the house and stuff. It does seem like when he's at the parties, he's very personable, very friendly, and if that's the only side of him that you've ever seen, it's hard for you to believe that, all this crazy stuff was going on after hours because you had never seen any of that. And she hadn't seen it. And he was probably always very respectful or, with her and other women that he wasn't attracted to. He probably never put them in a position where they felt uncomfortable or anything. But other women, you know, were put in positions where they were drugged and essayed and, all kind of stuff. And some of the stuff that they were using, they said could put down a horse. Yeah. Yeah, I guess, you know, certain people, like people knew, I guess, when it was time, when the rated G party was over, they knew because they had to leave, though, or they would leave. And then, you know, the stuff would start. I'm all for adults having a good time. But let everybody be on the same accord. Don't force me to have a good time. Don't give me something where I'm not coherent. And I don't think he had to do all of that. I'm pretty sure there were women that, just wanted to be with him on the strength of who he was. all of that extra stuff, he didn't even have to do that. Yeah, like was putting it in everything, giving it to people. And I don't think he had to do that because when I saw he was having like a yacht party, it was so many girls there, young, you know, wanting to get on the yacht and stuff. And the video I saw was when he was collecting cell phones. He had a big bag and he was collecting everybody's cell phone as they got on the yacht. And nobody said no. Nobody was like, I ain't doing that. No. They gave up their phone and went on and got on that yacht. So that's why I felt like he didn't have to do all of that extra stuff because it was so many people just willing to want to be in a position, I guess, to go to one of his parties. And it probably wasn't all about him. It was, him being there with other celebrities and, hobnobbing with other celebrities and stuff. So he didn't have to do all of that stuff that he was doing. Now, this is a logical mind thinking, a rational mind. And I'm pretty sure, he was obviously not thinking with a rational mind. Because if he was, he wouldn't be in the situation that he was in. Well, that he's in now. Yeah, nothing was safe. Nothing. Girl, you couldn't drink nothing. You probably couldn't eat nothing. But my mama, she always told me, if you go to parties, don't drink nothing. If you don't see them opening it, but in his situation, it didn't matter if you saw them open it or not because they was putting it in there and sealing the bottles back. So it didn't even matter if you saw them open it, it was still in there. So that's one of them situations where you just don't drink nothing. You don't drink nothing. Because I'm pretty sure it had got around. Everybody knew what happened at those parties. Hey Mason. Yeah. They probably didn't open the containers. It was already fixed. Oh, see, you're not gonna put nothing down my throat. And you put me in a position like that, I'm snitching. I'm gonna tell. I'm telling. If I have to hide for the rest of my life, I'm gonna tell. But you heard that what that attorney said, that they looking into these hotels, they're looking into these businesses, Everybody that had something to do with it. Oh, that's good, Mason. Sometimes that's what you have to do. If your mental health is suffering, sometimes you do have to take a break. But get some help too. Don't take a break thinking that, you know, you can do it yourself. Maybe you may need to talk to a professional or somebody to, help you work through whatever it is that you're going through right now. I think that's where a lot of people mess up is they take a break and then they just sit in their own feelings and don't have someone to help them process what they're going through. Because I'm telling you, sometimes sitting in your feelings, just like last night, I don't know why that came up. And I was just like sitting in my feelings and, had this feeling of guilt come over me about maybe I didn't pay my mom enough attention when she was telling me that she was in pain because I'm in pain. Like your mind will come up with a lot of shit. And if you're not careful and you're not able to process those things, it can throw you into, you know, a spiral. So you have to be really careful. Yeah, but you have to be careful who, sometimes you should talk to a professional. Yeah, but there's still a lot of people here, Phoenix, that can get with him. No, Phoenix said, did you know one of his major financial contributors was old sugar daddies, owns Whole Foods, Spotify, SoundCloud. Well, that attorney said he's going to be looking into companies that, you know, may have contributed to all of this. What if this is just the fall of a lot of different billionaires? I really believe that, and I'm pretty sure Jay-Z has a great attorney, and I'm pretty sure they're doing everything they can to make sure that he's not tied into any of this. But I believe he is. I believe he is. Something in me is saying that he is. Because it's just too many pictures of Jay-Z and Diddy and Aaliyah, Mary J. Blige, all of them all together. Like Jay-Z and Diddy have been friends since what? They was in their 20s? He was at a lot of them parties. So you can't tell me that he don't know what was going on. Okay, that's good, Mason. As long as somebody, you know, a professional is helping. Because you just, of course, our loved ones, boyfriends, and girlfriends will do everything that they can to help, but they're not a professional. It's only so much that they can do, you know. And sometimes just taking time away from the situation that stresses you out is not enough. You need some help so you can, get back into it because you want to finish school. You don't want to just drop out of school. Not, I see a lot of kids, or I don't want to say kids, but younger people nowadays, they get stressed out. Oh, school is so much, and I'm going to drop out of school and then don't go back. You think we didn't get stressed out when we were young? Everybody gets stressed out, but you just have to buckle down and finish what you started. It's okay to, take some time off and rearrange, but you can't run from things every time you get stressed out. That's not how life works. Unfortunately, life is stressful. There's nobody on this planet that ain't stressed out. Work is going to be stressful. School is going to be stressful. People dealing with other people is going to be stressful. But you can't let what somebody if somebody says something to you that you don't like, screw them. You can't internalize everything that someone says to you. If someone says something to me, that something that they don't like about me or something bad that they think about, that's your opinion. I don't give a damn about how you feel. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to let what someone says about me stress me out or throw me off my game, because some people, that's what they want to do. They want to throw you off they want to see how easy it is to throw you off your game. And if they can say something to throw you off your game and, get you discombobulated, they'll do that. And they'll keep doing it. You have to get to a point where no one can throw you off. But that's something that you have to mature to. And if you don't, you will always be in a state of depression. Yeah, I don't believe in cutting off social media because you can't handle what you see on social media. Like you can't just scroll through things and don't let it bother you. This is social media. Twitter is social media. You have to treat it like the shit's not real. I don't internalize anything on social media. I don't, like I don't limit, I don't just get rid of social media because it's too much going on. I just, the shit that I don't like, I scroll past. The only reason why I got rid of Twitter was because my storage on my phone was full and I was trying to dump things off my phone and I got rid of Twitter and I just never put it back. You know, or I would still have Twitter, but I just never put it back on my phone. Like I don't understand the concept of getting rid of social media because it's too much going on. When it's too much going on in the world, you can't get rid of the world. You have to be able to distinguish between the things that bother you and the things that don't. Because if you don't, you will be forever bothered. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't internalize shit on social media. So I don't feel like I have to take a break from it because, I will scroll through TikTok. I don't take none of this shit serious. I like talking about stuff that I see on social media. I like talking about it, but I don't internalize it. Like even this Diddy situation, I'm not internalizing any of this. You know, I'm not angry. I've seen some people that are just really mad at Diddy and hate him. I don't internalize stuff like that. Like, yeah, what he did was wrong, and I have compassion for the victims, but I don't hate him for his acts. And when I talk about him after I cut this phone off, I'm crocheting or, looking at YouTube or, dealing with my plants. Like, I got too much other stuff going on in my life to be tripping off of somebody that I will never meet in real life. Like, I will never lay eyes on Diddy in real life. Never. I will never lay eyes on him. So, to be fair, I don't care what happens to him. I don't. Yeah, but being disturbed, yeah, you think about it, but it doesn't stop your daily function, does it? Like it doesn't bother you to the point where if you see it, you can't function for the rest of the day, does it? Like of course I'm bothered by trafficking. Like no one wants to see anybody else hurt. But after I see a story about trafficking, I'm still able to finish my crochet projects and move on to the next story. It's not going to bother me to the point where I can't go to work or, it's preventing me from my day to day functions. Like I have a soft spot in my heart for women who have suffered from domestic violence. But if I see it, classic example, I was watching From. I don't know if you guys watch the show. It's on Hulu. It's no, it's on what is it? MGM Plus? Something. But you can see it on Hulu, but it's gonna direct you to MGM Plus. The show is called From. The second episode, I think, no, the first episode, and this is a spoiler. The Asian mother was killed, And she left behind her son. Now he's an adult, but that touched me. Now, when a child loses their mother, that I'm touched by that. That's a soft spot for me. When a child like loses their mother, serious soft spot, and like I almost cried. Now that will get me. There are certain things that will get me, but you know, I wasn't in a ball in a fetal position, and couldn't handle myself after. After I got a little couple little tears, I was okay. We have to learn how to process this stuff, things that are traumatic to us. We have to learn how to process them and keep going, is what I'm saying. We can't always allow things to stop our progress, because if you do, it's going to always be a one step forward and two steps back situation in your life. And you don't want that. You don't progress like that. You taking one step forward, you get stressed out, and you take three steps back. That's not how we progress. Oh no, it sometimes might affect my mood for a period of time or feeling of disgust. It hasn't laid me out though. Now some of my old clients that were trafficked, that used to lay me out. No, it's not AMC, it's MGM Plus, I think. I think you go if you go to Hulu, you'll see it. Some people say it's on Prime too, but I couldn't get it on Prime. I don't know, but I've been watching it. I guess because I have worked with so many people, you know, in so many different areas of their addiction, um, women who are going through domestic violence, going through addiction, losing their children, fighting the system, trying to get their children back, and then working with kids who were in the system, trying to get back with their biological parents and stuff. I learned not to hold on to any of that. You can't. Because if you hold on to other people's trauma, how are you going to? And especially at the time, I was a mother of teenage boys. I had my own kids to deal with. So, I couldn't hold on to other people's trauma. It would not have helped me in any way. Did I feel for these kids? Yeah. But, the only thing I could do was have empathy and continue to live my life because, wanting to quit my job because these children were in a bad situation, or I can't go back to work because all of these kids are in the system and I feel so bad for them. How is that helping me? Mm-mm. You got to keep going. Yeah, all of those you had to have. I think you had to have an add on for all of them. It wasn't just because somebody said, I guess the only one you didn't have to have an add on was it on Apple TV? But I think all the rest of them, Prime, Hulu, I don't think it's on Netflix. I think everything you had to have an add on. And I hate that. That's just but that's okay because soon as the show goes off, we just cancel. Because I'm not watching nothing else on there. I should look on there and see if they have anything else that I might want to watch. But right now, I ain't watching nothing else. So, shoot, that's just, I don't want to say money wasted because I do want to see the show. They teach about vicarious trauma all the time. I experienced it. All practitioners process things differently, so I took advantage of therapy if I needed. Yeah, I had already been through um, a lot of therapy, and I believe that's a lot of that is what helped me. Cause some people, trauma bond. You and you're not helping the person by trauma bonding with them. You're not helping the other person. It's okay to be empathetic, you know, and sympathetic, but don't bond with them on their trauma. You stressed out because they stressed out. Mm-mm. That's that's not good. Then both of y'all in a bad position. That's why I don't. I Yeah, it's good to maybe take a couple of days and get your mind right. But when you're in school, I feel like you need to finish what you started. You got it. You can do it. It There should be, especially over, little how was they said this or she said that or nah, go on and finish school. Even if you don't have to talk to you don't feel like you have to talk to nobody or you don't go to school to make friends. You go to school to get your education, get your degree and get on up out of there. And I think that's where a lot of young people get this whole school and socializing and all of this stuff twisted. Yeah, college is a time for you to, you know, to make friends and do a lot of things. But the most important part is getting your degree and getting up out of there so you can start your real life. Because if you can't finish college because it's too much pressure on you, you're stressed out from just dealing with college, the real world is going to kick your ass. It is. It's going to do you dirty cuz the real world is not out here playing with people. And I think that's where a lot of young people, because we are in a situation where we coddle our kids so much. They say that Gen Z, is it Gen Z? Gen Z and the baby boomers, our parents, ignored us and, you know, dogged us out. That's why we so hard. And so our children, the millennials, want to make sure that they love on their kids and they put their kids in a bubble, all this gentle parenting, and I will never raise my voice at my child. I will never hit. And these kids are growing up, getting out into the real world, and can't take shit. They don't want to work. They don't want to do nothing because you have raised them in a bubble. Johnny doesn't want to clean his room, so I'm not going to set any. I don't want him to feel like he has to get your ass in there and clean that room. Don't play with me. Y'all not doing that. Y'all not doing that. So when Johnny get to work, he feels like his supervisor should treat him like his mama. And he can just do whatever he want to do. You can really tell the difference in even how going out to um, fast food places, you have to check your food. Back in the day, you didn't have to, they hand you your bag, you knew everything was in there. Because at least the people who were working there took pride in their jobs and did shit right. These kids nowadays, you got to check everything. I went to Wingstop. This is where I said, okay, from now on, I'm gonna stop doing that shit. I went to Wingstop. Well, we ordered our food. It was late, not super late, but they called our names and we just, got the bag and walked out, put the food in the back seat, drove home. Get home, the wings was all greasy, the fries were cold, and they didn't give me the bone in. I like the classic. I like the bone in wings, not the. I don't like the. I be calling them nuggets. I don't know what they call them. But of course, I had the wrong order. The receipt clearly had what I ordered, but they just gave me what they wanted me to have. And that's because they don't care. They don't take pride in their jobs. They just there working. No, I didn't say you were trauma bonding. I'm just saying don't do it. College mental health is a different beast, though. You have to stay focused on the prize. Right. The prize is what's important, not socializing and being friends and making a whole lot of friends. You are there to get a degree. That's your number one goal. Oh, Mickey, I was brought up different. I don't hit my child, but he knows consequences. Well, a lot of these kids don't even know consequences because they don't have any. They don't have any consequences. I see so many little kids on social media cursing and the parents saying, well, I don't, there's really no such thing as a bad word. These are just words that we put, but it's disrespectful. A small child should not be cursing at their parent because then they go to school. If it's okay at home, they're going to go to school and do the same thing, and then they're going to get in trouble, and then you're going to get mad at the teacher when you should have been teaching that child not to do that at home. And parents, I saw one young lady, her little boy is 3 years old, and he's not potty training, but he's talking very good for his age. But she said he's not ready to potty train and she doesn't want to force him. What? He can talk. He can go to the potty. 5 years old in kindergarten and not potty training is crazy to me. You're doing your child a disservice. And I see a lot of that on social media. A lot of it. I think I only had my mouth washed out with soap once. And I don't know, I don't even remember what it was for. But yeah, we got, and a lot of people use that, oh, if you whip your child, they're gonna have trauma, that's passed down from slavery. And I don't have no trauma from none of the whoopings that I received. It's only one time that I actually remember that I got a whooping. And it wasn't the whooping that traumatized me. It was the fact that my mother made me drag my bicycle up the stairs, this heavy bike. She made me drag it up the stairs by myself to put it on the back porch. I was more traumatized by that than I was by my mother whooping me. Dragging that heavy ass bike up them stairs by myself, that wore me out. I don't remember the whooping. But I know there are kids who have been abused by their parents, who parents take whoopings and stuff too far. My mama didn't do that. Okay? Now, I was spanked, but, you know, I was not abused. I don't feel like I was abused as a child. I feel like I was disciplined. And the things that I was disciplined for, I should have been. Because I feel like your children should have a certain level of respect for you. And just a little teensy bit of fear. I believe that. I believe your kids should feel like, okay, she will grab me by my collar. Because when your kids lose that respect for you, they will treat you like they treat their friends. And the parent child relationship should be different than a peer relationship. I'm not your peer. I'm not. Even my kids are grown now. We all grown. But I'm still not your peer. I'm still your elder. And you will treat me as such to this day. And I know you grown, but you gonna treat me like I'm your elder or we gonna fight. Now, this how it work in my household. You treat your child however you choose to. But this how I choose to treat mine. The two that I got. Yeah, it's more than lazy. I don't know if some of these parents just want their kids to stay you know, infants, like they miss that infant stage, so they hold on to it, as long as they possibly can by keeping the child in diapers. I don't know if that's it. I don't know what it is. But it's crazy to me because I was doing everything I could to get my kids out of diapers. Because to me, once you start talking and you are able to communicate, like my youngest son, my oldest son, he was interested in the potty. He wanted to go to the bathroom bad. He potty trained quick. But my youngest son loved pull ups. He, for some reason, was more fascinated with pull ups than he was underwear. He would go get he didn't poop and everything. He would go get the pull up. I pooped. Well, sir, you could have went to the bathroom. You you know what to do. You gonna go to the bathroom. And that was when my oldest son started, getting on it. You stink. You need to go to the bathroom. And he started helping him. I always say he potty trained his brother. I didn't even really have to do that much. He took him and was sitting him on the potty. Sit down. I heard him tell him one time, if you don't sit on that potty, I'm gonna whoop you. I had to go in there and be like, don't whoop my baby. But he got him potty trained. He potty trained him. But some of these mothers, I don't know. I don't know what that is. But it's weird. Yeah, I've heard, women, you know, use slavery as an example of why they don't spank their children. I mean, I don't think that I don't think there unless you are abusing the child. I don't think that there are because I don't see any neurological effects. Now, I didn't get a lot of whoopings because I was a good kid. But almost everybody in my generation has been spanked at least once. And I don't think all of the baby boomers and all of the Gen Zs are neurologically deficient. And we all grew up in the generation of parents feeling it was okay to spank their children. And we're going to, I'm pretty sure there is going to be a study of this generation of gentle parenting, how the difference in this generation, how these children are being raised, and how the generation before them were raised. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some studies in that because we are raising a generation of children now who really don't want to work. They they all want to be entrepreneurs. Everybody want to be a lash tech. How many lash techs can we have? Everybody can't be doing lashes and make money. Everybody want to be a lash tech. Everybody want to, braid hair. Yeah, it is a market for that, but eventually the market gets saturated if everybody is doing it. Everybody wants to get rich on YouTube, or everybody wants to get rich on TikTok. What's going to happen? Say, for instance, YouTube and TikTok, because TikTok is not even an American company. What's going to happen if TikTok does get banned, or if TikTok decides we don't want the Americans anymore? Right. That was how it was for me too, Mickey. Like, my mama wasn't just out here hitting me and stuff for no reason. Now I know that there are some parents who have. I'm not talking about parents that abuse their children. I'm talking about regular discipline. Your child should have a level of discipline. Your child shouldn't just be running wild in the house, because if they do, they're going to do that on the street. Because if they feel like they can run over you at home, when they get to school, they're going to do the same thing with their teachers or anyone in a level of authority that they come in contact with. Gentle parenting and horrible boundaries are different to me, though. I think one of the good things is children learning to self-regulate. What is self-regulate? What do you consider self-regulate? Like, give me an example of that, because I don't think some kids, like, I saw this young lady. She looked about maybe 19. The police had pulled her over. She had kind of a southern accent, so I'm assuming this happened down south somewhere. The police had pulled her over. And instead of listening to, and I know we have issues as black people with police, I know that. But sometimes you're going to have to listen to what they say. So the police was telling the young lady not to get out of her car, I think. She gets out the car, runs into the store, and the police officer was telling her, come on, I don't want to have to do this with you. You're going to make me tase you. And the girl is just running around the store. She gets on the phone, she's calling her mother, she's screaming. And the police officer is a female police officer. The police officer has her body cam on. She's trying her best to diffuse the situation. The girl is screaming. She's running around the store like somebody crazy. And when I look at situations like that, that didn't even have to happen. That didn't have to happen. If she had kept her ass in the car, like the police said, none of that would have happened. Now, the video cut off before the police officer tased her. I'm pretty sure the police officer tased her because she got tired of chasing her. And I would have too. Self correcting versus being mollywopped. Well, what if they don't self correct, though? What if they don't? I done told you 10 times not to do something, and you just keep doing it. Because sometimes kids don't self correct. They don't have some of them don't have the ability to self correct. So what are we supposed to do? Just continue. I'm on my 12th time of telling you to turn the TV down. Mikey, turn the TV down. I go back into my room. Mikey, can you turn the TV down? How many times? Because they're not self correcting. No. You come in and you take the TV. Now, I ain't put my hands on you. The TV is mine because you obviously don't know how to operate the TV. So now I got two TVs. You don't know how to self correct. Yeah, but I'm not talking about parents that are unhinged. I know that there are some parents who take discipline too far. I'm talking about parents who don't discipline at all. I know there are some that take discipline too far. I know that. But I'm talking about parents who ain't disciplining, period. Yeah. I'm talking about every consequence does not require you hitting a child. You can hit them in the pockets better than you can actually putting your hands on them. You can get that Xbox. You can change the password to the Wi-Fi. That's gonna hit them where it hurts because you popping them upside their head or whooping their butt. That pain is only gonna last for a little unless you really hurt them. But you go in there and change your Wi-Fi password. You wait till they go to school. I saw this one man on, and this I don't believe in also. I don't believe in discipline, filming your children being disciplined. I hate that. I hate that that's the thing on social media. But I saw this one man, his daughter they kept calling home saying, his daughter was doing this at school, his daughter was doing that at school. So he decided to turn her bedroom into a jail cell since he didn't put his he don't believe in putting his hands on his kids. He decided to turn her bedroom into a jail cell. Now she had a cutesy little bedroom, decorated nice, girly, frilly, and he took the door off the hinges. He took all of her little frilly stuff. I think he took her bed and just like left the mattress. He took like the frame, the headboard and stuff, and I think he just left the mattress. He took all her shoes and just left like a couple of outfits. I understand the concept, but I just don't think everything needs to be put on social media. That bothers me. And that whole, when boys be bad in school, the parents shaving their head and posting that on social. Now that kind of stuff, no, I'm not down with that. I'm not with that. I don't think shaving a child's head should be punishment. To me, that that hurts. Especially a kid who is growing their hair out, likes their hair, who, has locks or twisties or whatever, and then the dad gets mad at them or they get in trouble and they shave their head. Now, that kind of stuff I don't like. Yeah, no parenting isn't just what to me, that's what it seems like. It seems like gentle parenting is no discipline because basically you don't want to hurt the child's feelings. So you don't say anything to them. Public humiliation isn't gentle parenting either. It's ego driven. Yeah, that's not gentle parenting. I agree with you. That's not gentle parenting. Right. I agree with you. Reasoning isn't developed in children, but children still have an understanding of what is right and wrong. It's the consequences get blurred in. Did you see that video where a teenager outside of his high school, I think he was in a Charger or something, the campus police was there and everything. His friends egged him on to rev his car up. It was like a lot of kids standing outside, outside the school, and he like revved his car up and peeled off in front of everybody, and they was like, yeah, yeah. And he turned the corner, lost control of the car. The car, I don't know if it flipped over first and hit the tree or hit the tree and flipped over. But yeah, in front of everybody that was outside. That's because that's not developed. He didn't understand. Yeah, I want to show out in front of my friends. And he just showed out just a little bit too much. Just a teensy weensy bit too much. Probably if he had slowed down a little bit, and he probably, you know, I don't understand why people buy their children these really fast cars as their first car. Because these kids don't understand, they don't understand braking, they don't understand distance, they don't understand velocity, they don't understand none of that shit. All they understand is push, go, stop, slam on the brakes if you want the car to, and they don't understand that if you slam on the brakes, the car is not going to stop on a dime. The car is going to slide. You turning a corner and slamming on the brakes at the same time, the car is going to drift and it can flip over. He flipped over in front of all his, I'm not going to say they were his friends. Some of them were his friends, and they heard, a lot of them didn't see the accident because they were still standing by the school. So he had drove up for a block and was going to bust that corner. And as soon as he bust the corner, you heard crack, 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 bam. And the kids were just screaming and running to him. And the police, the campus police, was right there. And so, of course, he called it in, and he drove up there and made all the kids get back, get back. And his friends were screaming, "Is he okay? Is he okay?" The car was flipped upside down. It looked like he was okay. It looked like, hopefully he had his seatbelt on. It looked like one of those accidents where if he had his seatbelt on, he was probably okay. But yeah, it happened in front of his friends. And that's because the child wasn't thinking about the consequences of his actions, and his ass didn't know how to drive. Because if he knew how to drive, he would have been able to rev that engine up and, show his friends what he had and drove off. Like my son has a Mustang 5.0 with some kind of coyote engine. I don't know, child. It's on his YouTube channel. And I love to hear the, room, room, room. And he know I love it. So when he come, I know the neighbors hate us too. Because, we live in this sedity ass neighborhood. I know they hate him when he come over here. But I don't care because I like it. So when he come over, he always do it so I can hear it. He ain't never lost control of the car though. Because he know how to drive. Like he ain't speeding down. He ain't doing 100 down our street, but he know how to make the car loud so I can hear it without flipping the car over. But you a teenager. You don't know what to do. He probably would. I think he survived. Girl, when I saw that, I was like, "Oh my god!" And I didn't read all the comments. I'm pretty sure he. It didn't look because it was a single car accident. Thank God he didn't hit nobody. It was a single car accident. I think he survived though. It looked like he survived. I didn't get my license until I was 26. 26. And to be honest, to be honest, we have this new car. I have driven it one time. No, twice. Twice. I just don't like to drive like I used to. And I don't know why, but I don't know. Driving, I don't want to say it stresses me out, but I don't know. I'm just not as comfortable driving as I used to be. Yeah, like take the kid to a track or at least get them to, you know, learn how to drive correctly. Not, let them understand that this ain't no toy. Like my husband is a driving instructor, okay? I want him to teach our granddaughter. Like, of course, my son is teaching her, but I really want him to go over some of the fundamentals, some of the stuff that, you know, you're not going to get from just a regular driver. Because when he was getting me back behind the wheel, he was, he has helped me out a lot. It this my own blockage that's keeping me from driving for whatever reason. And nothing has happened to me. There's no reason why I shouldn't be driving. Like there's no trauma. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And I think some of it too is, even though we've been living here for a minute, I still like don't know this area. Like this a new city, and I feel like I don't know this area. I don't know like the freeway over here. I kind of get it though. But you know how you just like I just want to be completely comfortable, and I'm not there yet. But I do want to start back to driving though. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have to start all over again. We're not moving until the interest rates um kind of level out. And then I'm like, we probably ain't gonna move till my husband retire. He ain't gonna retire no time soon, child. We ain't going away. I don't think. We all here now. My husband, his sister, her daughter, everybody here. So we ain't going nowhere.
What?
You looking at me?
You looking all guilty and stuff? What?
What am I guilty for? I'm sitting. Go away. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. What are you looking at? Go away.
There's ducks in here. Where are these ducks coming from?
Don't do that in there.
Huh?
Don't go in there. Don't go in there with that. I'm finna go in your room. You get on my nerves. You get on my nerves, I swear.
What? What'd I do? Oh, Gizmo.
Did he eat last night?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Why is his container still sitting there?
Because there's nothing in it.
You didn't wash it?
No.
You don't do nothing.
Well, I put it in there and I was like,
Gizmo said it's almost 2 o'clock and he ain't had his breakfast. You ain't had your breakfast? You ain't had no breakfast, poo poo?
what, you want me to just give him some?
I put it over here because I got tired of bumping into it.
On his bag?
Yeah.
Just give him half a can?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, dude. Let's go.
Well, I give it to him. He got a spoon in there?
I don't think so.
Come on, Gizmo. Oh, let me get his spoon. He got one in here. You getting ready to go eat. You don't need that. He gonna break his tail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. That front door ain't open, is it? Oh. Gizmo? Oh. Gizmo, like, I'm already here, girl. You screaming my name for. Where am I gonna put y'all? Stay there. Is it a fan in here? God, the windows open? on, boy. Gizmo is eating authority for mature dogs, ages 7+. He eating the old people food. And Daddy about to get mad at me. He hungry too. Oh, wait, y'all. Let me close this door. Gizmo, hush. Where they going? Daddy ain't got no paper towels in here? Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Somebody got oral gel. I hope he ain't got no toothache. Come on, eat this. Is this dirty? I hope I'm not getting that on the computer. Otherwise, we're going to come back in here and be mad as hell. See, I got this dog food all on my computer. I'll be putting his little... That's his dinner. I'll put it in a container so I can put it in the refrigerator. Hold on, let me put this in the refrigerator. Something is in my shoe. Hey, what is your problem? Gizmo, what are you doing? Yeah, I want to move too, but we are so close to my husband's job. And moving to Sacramento, we'll be an hour out. And I don't want him to have to commute like that. I don't want him to have to commute for an hour. His commute now is like 7 minutes. An hour commute is a bitch. And he don't get off work till 1 o'clock in the morning and then have to drive an hour home. No. I mean, I wouldn't want that for myself. Convenience is huge consideration. If you are good with your family and everyone loves each other and gets along, I don't know, I'd stay there too. Girl, we all mind our own business. You know what I mean? Everybody got their own room. This house is huge. Everybody got their own. My mother and father-in-law, of course, are in the master suite. The master is away from everybody else. Me and my husband have the guest suite, which is downstairs. We have our own private entrance. It don't get no better than this. You know, we got our own bathroom, um, access to the backyard. The only thing we don't is the only problem is so many cars. Between all of us, it's 7 cars. Okay. So my sister-in-law has the Corvette in the garage. Is 2 cars in the driveway. The other garage is used for storage. So it's 4 cars on the street. Yeah. 3 cars on the street. Let's see. 3 cars on the street. 2 cars in the driveway. That's 6. And 1 in the garage. That's 7. That's the only that's the only thing is we have to kind of park down the street. And before my sister-in-law got here, we were parked in the driveway. But my sister-in-law has an electric car, so she's in she's in the driveway now. She bumped us to the street, but it's not a big deal. That's the only downfall. Yeah, we saving, and if something comes up, then we out. But if it don't, we ain't. That's how I feel. Like, I don't want him to be stressed out driving an hour to work. Because I wouldn't want that for myself. So that's where we are right now. I mean, everybody get along. Everybody is quiet. But we're quiet. We're pretty quiet. My father-in-law cooks breakfast every morning. Every morning. My father-in-law gets up and cooks breakfast. It's like a bed and breakfast. Every morning he cooks breakfast for everybody. The only thing he don't do is the only person he makes coffee for is my mother-in-law because she has like a special coffee. He won't make my coffee, but he makes breakfast every morning. So who could complain about that? This stink. I wonder where he got this from. It don't smell good. I'm just all in his business. You know when you sit at somebody's desk, you be seeing all kind of shit. Like, what the hell is this? I hope them ain't like anal beads or something. Something he stuck up his butt. Yeah, candy. What kind of candy is this? I don't know what this is. We went to this Asian store. Yeah, all kind of shit on this. What is this? What is this? Is this a computer brush? What is this for? I don't know, but this part is soft, and then it's got this little brush. What is this for? I'm gonna have to ask him. What is this? Is this a computer cleaner? A monitor cleaner or something? Child, I don't know. It's so much shit on this desk. God damn. Girl, don't it look don't it look like anal beads or something? And I'm just touching it. Don't this look like something somebody would stick up their butt? But why would he need four? I don't know what that is, child. My husband got all kind of shit. Oh, this all his jewelry. One thing about my husband, honey, he gonna order some of these Amazon bracelets. He gonna have him. He got 2 bags. I need to order him a jewelry box, like a nice wooden jewelry box. Maybe I'll get him one for Christmas because he got 2 bags of. I know he ain't wearing all this shit. He is not wearing all these bracelets. Shit, this look too small for his wrist. Shit, this look too small for my wrist. How you open this? I even broke it. I thought it. Oh, oh no, it's not too small for me. It look like it's too small for him, no. My husband got a big ass wrist. Oh, they all have the same type of class. What was we talking about? Oh, the discipline. Oh, this one is kind of cute. But real masculine. I can't wait till he come back up in here so I can ask him, what is them anal beads for? Do you know? Let me not say that before we get in trouble again. But do you know that they stick in animals up their rectum again? You know that was big in what, the 70s? They was doing that in the 70s. They doing it again. Putting gerbils up their butt. No, before that. We was talking about discipline. Um, it's so much shit on this desk that I'm distracted. It's no organization. It's just stuff. Do he use these headphones? Probably. That's cute. I rarely sit here. When I come in his office, I rarely sit here. So I don't know what all is on his desk. What is this? Oh, glasses. If I knew how to turn the computer on, I would. But I don't know how to turn it on. Let's watch. Hella big. Big ass watch. God damn. How this thing work? Oh. Big old ginormous watch. Damn. This thing is so big. I don't know. I got a doctor's appointment today at 4 o'clock. A phone appointment to talk about my test results, my colonoscopy results. Even though the I got the results in my portal, my medical portal, and they said that I was okay, I still want to talk to the doctor about it. And I gotta have an endoscopy. So I guess we gonna talk about God, how many watches he got? They got another watch. Oh, it's plugged in. Is it plugged in? Oh no, it ain't plugged in. I'm like, why would? Oh, it is plugged in. Oh, oh. It has to be charged. What kind of watch is that? That man got 3 watches. Oh, God, dog. Look how big this one is. And it's heavy. Big old ginormous ass watch. I ain't never seen him wear this one though. God, oh. He gonna come in here and be like, get off my desk. What is this? Oh, a hard drive. Okay, I figured that out. He gonna be like, get off my desk. What you doing on my desk? What is this right here? Glasses. Anything else interesting? What's this? Oh, beard oil. This shit stank. Ooh. Ooh, that stank. God damn. Look at this little teeny tiny Vaseline. He said he'd be putting this on his lips. Cocoa butter. Little tiny Vaseline. I need a vacation. That's what's interesting. I do too. Well, we are going back to LA, I guess, for the funeral. But that's not a vacation. Like, I need a vacation. Bro, I'm all in his stuff. What kind of beard oil is it? Organic, honest, Amish, quenches a thirsty beard. It do not smell good. But my husband is into the beard stuff, beard oil, beard brush, beard comb. He into all of that. He love these wooden beard combs. He said they're better than the metal. Every man Jack wants his beard brush. He into that. I mean, if you gonna have a beard, you may as well. You know what I can't stand though? It's 1,000 Q-tips on this desk. Just random Q-tips. They're not used. But why do you have all these Q-tips? Just laying around. That makes them dirty. And then you gonna stick them in your ear. Okay, probiotic. He be out here drinking probiotics. Dental floss. Okay, dental floss. Which is all in his shit. Yeah, beard oil. Girl, I am all in his stuff. I'm just looking so when he come back, we leaving. You ready to go back in the room? Huh? Oh, here he come, y'all. He coming. We got some new bottles added to the collection.
Oh, you should have just put those up there.
Yeah, that's a good whiskey.
Mm.
He just ate. He don't need nothing else.
Tell him that.
Damn, child. I'm gonna break it up for you. It's hot as hell in here. That's my room. After I done been through your desk and looked at everything.
Oh, did you get that letter that was up there?
I saw that shit. You can throw that away.
Damn.
They just telling me that I met my deductible for a year. Shit, the year almost over. Dr. Davis gonna call me at 4 o'clock to talk about the.
Tell him I said hi.
I'm gonna tell him to call you too. Not today.
Don't call me.
He needs to call you.
Don't call me.
Let me show y'all the liquor. This what we drink. Who told him to turn the light off? See, if he sat at my desk, my desk is so uninteresting compared to his. It is hot. I wonder is it like in the 90s like it was yesterday. My desk is so uninteresting. He got so much shit. Okay? Because we done been through my husband's whole desk. I was about to pull out his shaving kit and see what was in there. But he came back in the room. His little his little kit that he takes to the bathroom because I don't know how often he does this, but he trims his beard and I guess like he lines up his sideburns so they like connect to his beard. I don't know how often he does that, but I think he does it like fairly often. He like real meticulous when I think most men are that, really grow their beards are real meticulous with their beards. So he trims all that himself and he starts like in his hairline and go down to the beard. He do all that. I don't know how often he does it, but he got the whole like drape. He got this little kit that he puts around his neck so when he trim his beard the hair don't fall in the sink because we've had numerous discussions about him trimming his beard and leaving the remnants in the sink. So he bought this little kit thing so the hair falls down in there and he just empties it in the garbage because I was tired of cleaning the sink every time he went to work. And he act like he didn't see that damn hair. The hair was getting on my nerves. One thing about having a man with a beard and he is very hairy, it's gonna be hair. It's gonna be hair. Girl, he got a whole routine. That, cause like if you don't like moisturize the beard and put beard oil, like it gets dry. The beard will be dry and it won't look healthy. Like they gotta take care of that. All these men you be seeing with these big burly beards, they have a whole routine to keep their beards looking decent like that. I didn't know it. I thought the hair just grow on their face and they, they didn't have to do shit to it. But nah, it's they be going through it because he moisturized his beard. He moisturized it every day, you know, because of course you wash your face. That's like washing your hair every day. You wash your face every day. You have to moisturize it. Yeah, he's got a decent sized beard. He got a real beard. But he said he's always wanted he's always wanted a full beard. The only thing he don't have is a lot of um ingrown hairs, I guess, cuz he didn't got to the point where he know how to do it. He he's, I guess, pretty lucky too that he has decent skin. So he don't have that type of problem. And he don't have a problem like growing hair. He hella hairy. And it's crazy because his dad don't have a full beard. His dad ain't hairy like that. He don't have he don't have a full beard, or maybe he did when he was younger, but I don't think it was as big as Eric's. I don't think it was. I gotta look at some of them pictures when his dad was younger, but I don't think it was as full as my husband's. Now, neither one of my kids, it don't look like they're able to like grow a full burly beard. We didn't get the hairy gene. We don't have it. I mean, they had nice uh dreads. My oldest son still got his dreads. My youngest son got a receding hairline. I don't know who the hell he got that from. He got a serious receding hairline. He's still handsome, but he got a receding hairline. So we didn't we didn't get the super um and I don't think any of my uncles um have beards. They have mustaches and goatees, but I don't think they have like full big burly beards. Let me get off here and put this phone on a charger. So when this doctor calls me, um, I won't be tripping off this phone. I know probably by the end of the day, something else about Diddy gonna be that came out, cause that's all most people are talking about. I probably will. Let me tell y'all this. So this is day two. We gonna label this as day two. Yesterday was day one. I put a note in my husband's lunchbox. He ain't found it. This day two. Now, I didn't put it in there where his food is because I didn't want it to, get wet or messed up. So I put it in the utility part where he has his book that he's reading Okay, he got a big lunchbox. I'm gonna take a picture of the lunchbox and post it on the community wall. So I put it in the side where his book, he got papers and pens and all kind of shit in there. I put it in there because I figured when he pull his book out to read, he'll see the note. Day two. I wonder how long it's gonna take for him to find this note. I should put another one in there today, and on that one, I'm gonna put day two, and I'm gonna just keep putting them in there until he find it. Like you got all this shit, you got so much stuff in your lunchbox. You didn't even see a note in there from your wife. But to his defense, if somebody put a note in my purse, if you put a note in my purse, hi Ollie, if you put a note in my purse, I probably would never find it. It would have to stand out. But see, this is what I said. This note was pink. So that should be a red flag for him. Why is this pink piece of paper in my lunchbox? That should be that should be a flag for him. Child, he ain't seen that shit. Maybe he just be too busy eating. Maybe yesterday he was busy and he didn't get a chance to read his book that he has in his lunchbox. But we on day two. And I'm gonna put another one in there today. I'm gonna put another one in there. And I'm gonna just keep putting them in there until he until he finds it. I want to put them in different places in the lunchbox, but I think if I put one where his water bottle is, he'll find it. That's why I put it in the utility part where his book is, because I figured it would take him a little bit longer to find it. But this long? But I'm gonna try to do another one today. I have to sneak them in there when because he got a whole routine. Like he'll make his lunch and he'll leave his lunchbox in the kitchen and he'll go back in the other room and put his shoes on. And while he's doing that, I can sneak the note in there. So I'm gonna put another one in there today. And I'm gonna just keep putting them in there until he finds it. Cause I ain't got nothing else to do. Why not? All right, y'all. I'm gonna go put this phone on the charger. Uh, whew, I got up too early. Day two and counting. We better not get past day four. Cause if we do, I know I'm gonna get mad. And then I'm gonna just start throwing random stuff in there just to see. Are you okay? Like, are you just taking your lunchbox to work every day and not even looking at it? I'm gonna just put something random in there. If we get to like day four or day five, I'm gonna just start putting random stuff in there just to just to see. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. Bye.